Where is this?
2083, 127.
127 means Baishakh 27, 2083. See, this century is also going to be over. 17 years left. After 17 years, you will write 2021. Right? Not 2000. 2100. Now 2000 you are writing. Yes or no? 2100. 1, 2100. 2, 2800. 2100. 3. Oh my God. What a lovely thing, right? But you won't be able to write 2180 because that comes 57 years late. We may or may not survive, right? Yes or no? Okay. Let's not be that much old. So today there is presentation from two students in grade 9. The topic is classification of organisms. Two members are there. One is Master Nishan Bhatta. Give him a big round of applause. Okay, and next one is prenjal Acharya. So when needed you can come back.
Namaskar and good morning to you all. I am Nishan Bhatta is present here to present my presentation. The topic of my presentation is classification of organisms. The contents of classification of organisms are binomial system of nomenclature, genus, species, hierarchical system of classification, five kingdom system of classification, and characteristics of kingdom of following kingdom: Monera, Protista, fungi. Binomial system of nomenclature. In taxonomy, binomial nomenclature, two-term naming system, also called binary nomenclature, is a formal system of naming species of living things by giving a name composed of two parts, both of which use Latin grammatical forms, although they can be based on words from other languages. Binomial nomenclature is the process of naming an organism by giving them two names which consist of a specific name and generic name. Such name is called binomial name. This system uses two Latin words, generic name, which is also called genus, and specific name, species. Genus is a taxonomic rank above species and below family as used in biological classification of living and fossil organisms as well as viruses. Genus is a group of species that is below family. It is used in biological classification of living and fossil organisms. In binomial nomenclature, the genus name forms the first part of the binomial species name for each species within the genus. The genus is the first name of scientific name of any organisms. It is written with its first letter is written with capital. The composition of genus is determined by taxonomy. A species is the basic unit of classification and a taxonomic rank of an organism as well as a unit of biodiversity. Species comes below genus. It is the first rank in 7 categories of classification. It is the basic unit of classification. It can be defined as the largest group of organisms in which any two individuals of the appropriate sexes or mating types can produce fertile offspring, typically by sexual reproduction. Species is a group of organisms that may be interbreed and produce offspring that is also capable of reproducing the same kind. Hierarchical system of classification. The taxonomic hierarchy is the system that arranges organisms into categories by rank, with each rank serving as a level of classification. Biological classification organizes organisms into taxonomic groups based on their relationships. Similar groups are combined into larger and more inclusive groups, forming a hierarchy. A taxonomic hierarchy is a system that arranges organisms into categories by rank, with each rank serving as a level of classification. This system of classification was first introduced by Carolus Linnaeus. 7 categories of classification. Species is a group of individuals that are genetically distinct, look similar, and can interbreed to produce fertile offspring. Genus is a group of closely related species with many common characteristics. For example, species like periscum tomato and tuberosum potato both belong to genus Solanum. A family includes closely related genera that share common features. Order is a group of related families. For example, families Felidae cats and Canidae dogs are part of order Carnivora. A class includes a group of closely related orders. Orders like primates and carnivora belongs to class Mammalia. A phylum is a group of related classes. It groups organisms based on fundamental body plans and evolutionary relationships and shared structural characteristics. It is also called division. Kingdom. A kingdom is the highest rank in classification, grouping related phyla for animals or divisions for plants. Now I would like to call my friend prenjal Acharya to further explain.
So give him the keep that mic also.
5 kingdom system of classification or early classification system grouped all living organisms into a few categories. Carolus Linnaeus introduced the two kingdom system of classification, which organized living beings into two kingdoms, plenty and animalia. Early classification had grouped all organisms into only two categories discovered by Carolus Linnaeus. He introduced a two kingdom system, and those kingdoms are plenty and animalia. It had many drawbacks due to advertisement in on the understanding lower organisms to address the limitation of two kingdom system. American taxonomist Robert Harting Whittaker proposed five kingdom system of classification in 1969. There were various drawbacks and limitations of two kingdom system, and so the American taxonomist Robert Harting Whittaker discovered proposed the idea of five kingdom system of classification in 1969. This system is widely accepted as it provides a more accurate and detailed classification of organisms.
So don't decide and explain. That's it.
Shortcomings of two kingdom system of classification progress to primitive cells and acquired well-developed cells were placed in the same kingdom. In the two kingdom system of classification progress, non-well-developed cells were put with well-developed cells. Unicellular and multicellular organisms were grouped together. Non-photosynthesis were classified into photosynthetic green bands. Unicellular and multicellular organisms were also grouped together in two kingdom system Non-photosynthetic fungi were classified with fungi which photosynthetic green plants which could produce their own food. It did not account for viruses as they did not fit into clear kingdoms. Bacteria could not be clearly classified as plants or animals.
Now turn this side and explain. Let.
It did not account for viruses as they did not fit into either kingdoms because they could not identify it as living or non-living. Bacteria could not be clearly classified as plants or animals. Characteristics of Kingdom Monera. Kingdom Monera is a kingdom of prokaryotes. Monera are unicellular microscopic and prokaryotic organisms. Monera were unicellular and
You're done on. Yeah. Okay. Continue.
microscopic and prokaryotic organisms, which means they were organisms.
It's not made on. Wouldn't use this often.
Largely aquatic found in freshwater marine environment, dam soil as parasitic symbiotic on other organisms. They are largely aquatic organisms which were found in freshwater marine environment and dam soil, and as parasite which means that they do not make their own food and feast upon their host food in other organisms. They exhibit diverse mode of nutrition, heterotrophic in ingest or absorb nutrients such as amoeba. In heterotrophic, they don't make their own food and ingest or other organisms such as amoeba. Parasitic depends on host soil such as plasmodium. In parasitic modes of passive modes of nutrition for protista, they 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 will survive on a host such as Plasmodium metazoid. These combine for photosynthesis and heterotrophic such as
Iguana.
iguana. These in mesotropic mode of nutrition, they will make their own food, and also heterotrophic such as iguana. Next is kingdom fungi. Fungi are known as multicellular decomposers. Their cell wall are made of chitin. They, which means the organism which are classified in the kingdom fungi, where in which their cell wall were all made of chitin. Fungi store foods as glycosins and oil globes. Fungi store their food as glycogen and oil. They reproduce through both asexual and sexual methods, which means they reproduce by both sexual and asexual methods, like fission and budding. Fungi are heterotrophic organisms, meaning they cannot prepare their own food. Fungi cannot prepare their own food and feast upon others' food. Fungi act as decomposers in ecosystem, breaking down and dead organic material and recycling nutrients. Fungi act as decomposers which will break down the dead organisms and organism matter and recycle is as nutrition for the nearby plants. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Okay. So, students, thank you very much. Actually, this was the slide made by whom? Nishan, and this is the slide made by prenjal, Acharya, right? Classification of organisms. Contents. One thing you have to remember. Binomial system of nomenclature. It is quite important. You must know the scientific name of organisms. Who propounded this system? Carolus Linnaeus. That's why we call him father of taxonomy. And genus, spelling also genus he has written mistake. G-N-Y-S, G-R, G-N-U-S. So spelling must be taken care of. Don't do mistake. Species, 7 categories of classification, 5 kingdom system of classification. Who propounded it? Who propounded it? Robert Harding Whittaker from America, right? What are the 5 kingdoms? Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, Animalia, right? So there were some problem in 2 kingdom system or shortcomings, or which you could not explain in his system. They were just solved in 5 kingdom system. The characteristics of kingdom Monera, here Protista become Otista. Protista and Fungi, merits of 5 kingdom classification. So merits of 5 kingdom classification not discussed. Binomial system means giving how many names? 2 names. What are the 2 names? Generic name and specific name. Like Panthera tigris, that is scientific name of tiger. Panthera, what is that? Generic name. Tigris, specific name. Oriza sativa, Oriza, generic name. Sativa, specific name. Mangifera indica, that is scientific name of mango, right? So generic name is Mangifera, specific name indica. Genus, that is the group of species. Species also what happened? I think your laptop doesn't type P or what? In phone also, then there you must be. Dog, canis familiaris, frog. Frog is there, frog. What happened? Frog ran at Tigrins, what is this? Horse equals ratus. Ratus. Tiger, Pantheria, Tuberous. You better must one boy. Panthera tigris, not I. Hey Baba. What tortoise? T-A-U-R-E-S. What do you do? Man, Homo sapien. Lion, Panthera, Leo. Cat, Felis, Catus. Gorilla. Okay. 7 categories. Each classification. 7 categories of classification. What are the 7 categories? Kingdom, phylum or division, class, order, family, genus, species. That is from higher to lower. From lower to higher, what is that? From higher to lower is species. The lower to higher is species, genus, family, order, class, phylum, kingdom. So, the hierarchy of classification of Panthera pardus or leopard is kingdom Animalia, phylum Chordata, class Mammalia, order Carnivora, family Felidae, genus Panthera, species Pardus, and scientific name Panthera pardus. So, Carolus Linnaeus divided all the organisms into 2 groups, right? What are they? Plant kingdom and animal kingdom. Plants, immobile, cannot move. Autotrophic, can prepare food. With indefinite growth, they grow till they are dead. Irregular body shape, rigid, rigor became. Rigid, cellular, cell 1. Animals were classified as mobile, heterotrophic organisms. With definite, definite growth, regular body shape, no cell wall, glycogen as is of food, and shortcoming of Two. What is it? 2 became T. What is this? Don't do such mistake now. Kingdom system. Okay. Today he did mistake in his name only because of that it happened, right? Be careful. While typing, must type well, right? Shortcomings. Then characteristics of kingdom, Monera. Here is the all bacteria, they belong to Monera. Amoeba, Paramecium, Euglena, they belong to Protista. All fungi, they belong to kingdom Protista. Where is fungi? Fungi hidden right here. And mates eat. What is this? Merits of 5 kingdom classification. What is the first one? Separates prokaryotes and eukaryotes based on cell structure, distinguishing primitive cells for advanced cells. It distinguishes non-photosynthetic fungi from from photosynthetic green plants. It differentiates unicellular eukaryote from multicellular eukaryote. It reflects the evolutionary relationship among organisms. Thank you. Have a good day. Anyway, children, listen. Whose book is this? Why the book is kept here? You have to submit to the teacher, right? Listen. We have completed how many chapters? 2 chapters. Yes or no? In our regular work also 2 chapters are completed, right? So your unit test is coming very soon. Next week, you have to be prepared for that one. I think next week means that is on 3rd or 4th of Jesta, or 2nd maybe. So this week we will provide you routine for unit test or evaluation test. That is the first evaluation test of grade 9. Question pattern, you know what is that? MCQ 4 marks. BSQ, how many marks? 4 marks. SQ, how much marks? 4 marks. LQ, how much marks? 8 marks. 4, 4, 4, 8. Altogether, how much? 20. You must deserve good marks. Only passing, that is not the quality of Anupamians. If they start deserving GPA 4, then that is the quality. You can do, but you need to understand the matter yourself and express yourself. Don't copy homework, classwork and submit. If you become quite confused, ask to your friends, ask yourself, what is this? And you will get the answer yourself. That is the idea. You have to focus on it, no? Read once, twice, thrice, then it will be clear. Okay, last time what was the homework given? Do you know? Sorry? MCQ was the homework. Now I will give you the homework. So today I need to give little bit more work. Merits of okay. So we have got everything here. Your homework is today do question number 2 only. Very short answer type questions. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Is that clear? So, Captain, who is the captain? Pawan Kumar ji, will you collect all copies? Today you collect questions a copy. Questions a copy, I will check. Later on, before going home, you collect that from office. Okay? Thank you.